So we had some breaking news in the Hedera town hall today, and it had to do with staking. We'll start off with the facts or what Lehman had told us in the town hall. And essentially, he put out a couple HIPs, Hedera improvement proposals, 406 and I believe 408, and they are to implement staking. So that's kind of what we already knew. We kind of already knew that staking was coming, but there was something else that he put in there that was new to me, especially his stance around this. And it was, there's going to be a staking account, 0.0.800, and that's what all of the staking rewards are going to be paid out of. And the thing is it's not just going to be the treasury or fee rewards that are going to go into this account. Anybody can send into this account. So we'll get into that in a minute. But I'd like to welcome, we have Zepsi. He's a community member that we've seen very active in the community for a very long time. Welcome to the show here.
Thank you very much. The mask has dropped. But actually, I've got the YouTube channel that goes a bit, but I feel like everyone kind of associates me with this sort of H-graph punk that I've got going, which is great. Associate me with that. That's far better than this. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me on here, Brandon. It's very, very exciting. I get to sit next to you on both the judging for the meme competition now and here. So very exciting.
Yeah, that'll be fun for sure. I know this is kind of breaking news to you as well. I think I gave you a little teaser there, but you were in another meeting, I believe, during the town hall, so you didn't get Lehman to hear Lehman actually say it. So what do you think about this development?
I think to be able to distinguish between, proxy staking and smart contract staking and with more, returns on the proxy staking, for me is a very, very exciting prospect. Because, when something comes out like Stader, which is, incredible, I'm, unbelievably excited for that. You've also got people though that say, the associated risks. Mm-hmm. And, because these are on smart contracts, because it's, it's not native on Hedera, there are security concerns that come up. This is why we have audits and things like that. And I think the ability to generate a higher APY on the proxy staking, I think that'll be a real blanket of safety for, investors that aren't as, trusting, but they still want to get a return on their HBAR. And I think that, if this account does start filling up, that'll be very, very exciting for that. I'm definitely going to be using Stader myself, 100%. That's definitely on the cards. For someone who is less trustworthy and perhaps doesn't know as much about smart contracts, something like that, or just feels more secure doing everything with Hedera, I think this is definitely going to get more of those people in. And hopefully that'll increase the TVL. Even if something like DeFi Llama doesn't necessarily pick that up because it's not on smart contracts, I think either way, to have that value locked on the ecosystem of Hedera is going to be a really big thing, and it's very, very exciting, definitely.
Yeah, so just to kind of get into the difference here, we do have this Stader staking that they're creating smart contracts, and that's going to be really powerful. And like you said, there's going to be some more risks. We're trying to put as many controls, or Stader's trying to put as many controls around that as possible to make it as safe as possible. But there are some additional risks around that. But with those risks come a lot higher rewards, and I've heard it's going to be in the double digits for the Stader staking. But this staking is network staking. This is a different animal, and it's going to be fairly automatic. You're going to get these rewards no matter what, and it doesn't matter if you have it in your wallet. It doesn't matter, probably even if you have it on an exchange, because generally what exchanges do is whatever rewards they get in from staking or anything else, they usually pass directly on to their customers because they're not in the business of collecting staking rewards. They are in the business of running an exchange, and their business is to collect fees off of the trades, right? And the ways they can get more customers to do that, the better. So when we have something like this, like staking, they want to pass those on to their customers as soon as possible, to make sure that their customers, they're getting a larger customer base. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So again, I do want to highlight that this account 0.0.800, I don't even think it's live yet. You don't want to send anything to this account yet. As we get closer to staking, I'm sure they'll communicate that. I've had a few people tell me, hey, I already tried to send some HBAR to this and it said invalid. And that's because I don't think there's any HBAR in there yet, but Hedera does control that account. One of the other things that, I want to get into is who's going to put money into this, or put HBAR into this? There could be all kinds of people that would be interested in just giving back, in trying to incentivize people to get involved with the network. The HBAR Foundation is one place where they may decide, and of course, this is pure speculation. We don't want to tell anybody this stuff is happening, but the HBAR Foundation might be interested. The founders might be interested. Who knows? They might want to give back, and it's a real fair way to give back because everybody gets the same thing. There could be all kinds of entities, employees, large holders that think that staking and higher staking rewards could be beneficial to the network. So, what are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's hugely. I mean, I think, there's been a lot of sort of FUD circling around. I think that if, for instance, Lehman or Mance were to put a bit of money in there, that'd be great for the community. But obviously, there's absolutely no obligation for them to do that.
Mm-hmm, sure.
It would be a great thing to see, but there's no obligation there whatsoever. But, with something like the foundation, which is, its whole purpose has been set up to, expand the ecosystem, accelerate the ecosystem. And, today it was announced was that 155 million into DeFi on the Hedera ecosystem through the Crypto Economy Fund. I feel like it's this kind of thing, the HBAR Foundation perhaps could also play a role if they could put a bit of money in there, or, whoever, the community could even do that, so I'm sure there's a lot of whales floating around, which I'm certainly not one of them. But there's so much opportunity here for figures in the community to give back, for the founders to give back, for the foundation to give back, and to me that's a really, really exciting breakthrough, because before proxy staking it seemed was going to be sort of negligible, the rates you were going to receive. So I think this is all really brilliant. What are your thoughts, I guess, on the Lehman and HBAR Foundation and people like that? Are you?
Well, like you said, there's no obligation here. We're just spitballing about who might put rewards in this fund, but it takes it from it being fairly negligible. Even if we do have our step change in transaction volume, the fees associated with that going into this fund are going to take a while to pick up and be able to be self-sustaining and give a significant reward. So whether it's the Hedera treasury, whether it's other people who get involved and put money into this account, again, HBAR, not money, but HBAR into this account, the better. I mean, it's just going to be fantastic. And the psychological shift that can take place when you have maybe 1%, 2%, 3% rewards coming in, and in a safe way, it's not, there's fairly low risk. Of course, there's always risk involved, but compared to other ways you can stake, this is going to be fairly low risk. If you have $100,000 worth of HBAR and you were planning on selling, 5% a year, well, if you're all of a sudden getting 3% rewards or something along those lines, you might not be incentivized to sell at all. You might say, hey, this underlying asset, I want to hold it anyway. If I'm getting these rewards anyway, maybe I'll sell the rewards, or maybe I'll just put those on top of my stack. But the psychological shift, and I mean, we've seen that throughout history of the shift that can take place and from a little bit of yield. So it's certainly exciting. And to get again back into, we're going to have several different ways to be able to take advantage of HBAR. The first couple that are going to be out are going to be the stater staking. We're going to have this network staking, but then, we're going to have DeFi coming out, and we have, Saucer Swap. We have, I know the team from HBAR is working on similar stuff. So there's going to be all ways that this ecosystem can take advantage and find some yield. It's going to be really exciting.
Definitely. I mean, I truly think we're sort of standing on the edge of greatness. It's an arm's reach away, and I truly think that there's never really been a time to be as excited as we should be now. With these massive funds that are being announced, the Crypto Economy Fund, with this huge focus on DeFi, we had Desk and Blockworks covering it today. There's a new smart contracts 2.0. I think we're rallying ourselves up for this perfect entry into the DeFi sphere. And this new announcement, proxy staking is one of them, State is one of them, like you said, HBAR is one of them. It's all very, very exciting indeed.
No question. Yeah, it's going to be exciting going forward, and there's multiple ways to win. The network can just do really well and get a lot of developers to build on them, and that's already starting to happen. And then there can be all kinds of financial benefits from these staking and DeFi and everything else. So either way, like you said, exciting times. I just wanted to get on here and chat a little bit about it. I really appreciate appreciate you coming on, Zepsi.
No, thank you very much for inviting me. Hopefully we can do some more of these in the future. It's my first time on, and I've had a great time. So thank you very much, Brendan.